Okay, so it's that time of week again, man. We're back onto Sammy's Rock Empire Fridays, man. I'm sure you guys are very excited for that. We're starting off with Tremonti Cauterize. But before we start with that, just to let you guys know, HOHs are still not complete. I tried to complete them by today, but unfortunately I couldn't get to that target. I will be finishing these HOHs again in the next 2-3 days. I know there's a couple of them for you guys that are still a thing. We actually somehow took more than we expected. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We've got to stop doing that because a couple of people have asked me to add, and it creates a problem. So it's fine. I'm not doing any of the other campaigns this month. I'm literally just wrapping up the HOHs, which I will have wrapped up literally in the next 3 to 4 days. It will be wrapped up by middle of next week. We'll have them wrapped up. But do not stress those. And I'm talking to you guys on emails and messages and things like that. So I'll be managing your expectations as best I can, but they will get done. Anyway, moving on to Tremonti Cauterize. Let's rock and roll. For those of you who want to book Monarchy of Queens, that campaign is only for the other reactors. I'm not taking part in that campaign, so you guys already know that. But anyway, links are down in the description should you want to go and take a look at that. Anyway, let's see what we got. Let's go. Starting with hard. Drummings, man, as always.
I am the chosen, the true son. Follow my rule through the word. You will learn. You will learn. I have provided the answer. I have submitted your role. You will know. You will know. Take this sun and cauterize. Make us pure again.
I actually like what he said there. Take the sun and cauterize, because the sun's hot, obviously. So it's obviously cauterize those wounds and then make us whole again. That's fire. I like that. So it's obviously people who are, all of us can relate to that in terms of hurting and having wounds and things like that. And I like the fact that he's saying take the sun, which is a positive source of energy and heat, and cauterize that wound and heal from it. Come on, man. I like that. Let's go.
All the ways we victimize, time and time again.
Oh, this big tape.
We are the balance, the reason. We are the chance that you take. Make no mistake. No mistake. Take the sun and cauterize. Make us pure again. All the ways we victimize, time and time again.
All the way we victimize time and time again. Again, with Tremonti, is that it sounds hard in the beginning and then obviously it just mellows out, right? Because they do, even though it's still a little bit harder, it's harder than what I'm usually used to, but it's still sonically pleasing to a certain degree. And the more you go into the song, the more you sort of warm up to the track. And I've noticed that a lot with Tremonti. And this has got the same kind of thing. This message, I think, could actually be thought about from an individual sense and a societal sense, in the sense that it would really work well for the societal sense, because it's kind of like we're all sort of hurting, we're all reeling at the moment from all these different divisions, and it's kind of like taking the sun, which is that shines over all of us, right, and let the sun cauterize the wounds between all of us. Do you know what I mean? I think that's but obviously you could also think about that in an individual sense as well, for any strife that people go through. Anyway, Karen. Uh-oh. I like the actual premise that he's using over here, where he talks about the shadow, essentially, where sometimes we'll feel like there's darkness, but there will always be light. Eventually, light will pierce the darkness. And using that as the sun, right? The sun will bring the light, the sun will bring the healing, right? So you might be on the one half of the world that is currently, it feels dark, but eventually it will rotate, and we will see the light again. And that's just a really good metaphor for sort of like just positivity, essentially. Drumming is mad.
Take the sun and cauterize, make us pure again. All the ways we victimize, time and time again. Take the sun and cauterize, make us pure again.
When he talks about all the ways we victimize, I like the fact that he said all the ways we victimize, in terms of like how we make victims of others, right? And then also how we make victims of ourselves. That's one thing you can't actually forget, is how in today's culture, in today's sort of ideological mindset and mind frame, is that you're always a victim to everything. There's no gratitude for nothing, essentially. So it's all the ways we victimize, you know, the things that we do, the sins that we do that affect others, but then also the fact that we consistently make ourselves victims where we don't have to, right? There's no real reason to. Oh, I'm here for this one, for this part. Ooh. This is sick. I love that they ended the song like that, because the entire tempo was so upbeat, the entire tempo was so much harder, but that just speaks to the actual chaos, it speaks to the pain and everything else. This last guitar piece over here is basically the soothing part. This is the healing. This is the cauterizing. This is once the wound has been cauterized, once the band-aid has been placed. This part over here is the healing. So the way it's constructed is so good, because it's hectic. It starts off hectic, and then it ends in a calming, soothing, healing fashion. Just listen to it. Calms down. This is the moment of healing. Beautiful. Oh, this is dumb. Fire. In true Tremonti form, man. I start off, and as I start hearing it, it's a little bit of a shock to the system, and I'm like, ah, shit, maybe this song isn't for me. And as you go on, and by the time you end the song, you're like, this track is fire. That always happens with Tremonti. Crazy. I absolutely really liked it. In the beginning, I'll be honest with you, I wasn't so sure, but as we went through it, by the end of that song, I'm like, wow, this song actually hits quite well. I like it. You guys let me know what you think down below. Let's get into the next one. Peace.